I picked it up and it had that nice deep low E sound.
Yeah.
And I felt that bass against my chest, and I was like rattling my gut, and I'm like, this is the one.
That's what I love about Martins. They have a more wet sound, but it's deeper versus like a Taylor. Taylors tend to be a lot brighter.
Yeah.
But a Martin just has that, I don't know, it resonates deeper. You're like you just said, it's good choice. Good choice on that.
Martins have that walk in the woods sort of feel.
Yeah.
And Taylors have that sort of like life has been really easy for me kind of feel. So no judgment.
Fewer worries. I own a Taylor. That is true. I like the Taylor when I feel like I need to be in a happier mood.
That's true. I can feel that. Yeah.
It's subjective. It's
I want to do some light, airy stuff. I'm feeling some Taylor, and if I just want to play it really hard, I want to play a Martin.
Right.
But
both beautifully made instruments for different purposes. And I just seen the difference between types of acoustic guitars.
Yes.
Like tonight, I'm playing, I have a Cordoba. I've been playing a lot of nylon string acoustic. I really like the soft timbre of the nylon strings and just how I like the gentle sound. I appreciate that a lot. So this is going to be fun to see how the two instruments interact with each other.
Sounds gorgeous.
So
and I don't even know if I really believe any of that stuff I just said about Martins and Taylors. I'm just making stuff up.
No, it's okay. It's okay. No, you're not the only person I've heard talk about them that way. That's a very common difference between the two. That's why they appeal to different audiences of guitar players. So it's valid. I accept it. Thank you.
Yeah.
So let's work on something. Let's write something.
Let's do it.
Go ahead. How do you start? I'm excited.
Yes. Yeah, so since I usually kind of start from like an emotion, I guess that I feel as I was preparing for the interview today, I was just sort of thinking like, well, what have I really been feeling lately? And, we talked a little bit about politics, and without getting into any specifics, just there's been a lot of anxiety around the recent election.
Yes.
And I am like a sponge. I just like absorb other people's emotions.
You're very empathetic.
Thank you. I am. I proudly wear the label empath and embrace it. And I feel even other people's anxiety more than mine, and I feel it manifesting itself in my body, and I feel inflamed and fatigued. So I was kind of trying to like hone in on those emotions of just feeling exhausted, inflamed, and fatigued, and sort of I guess this feeling of like uncertainty of when that will end is sort of haunting me. So
like anxious, yeah. Like you said.
And I feel like everyone just sort of feels that. They're just sort of on edge. And I don't know, maybe we could turn that into something. So
I think we can. Let's do it.
Yeah. My gut is telling me go with a minor key. So
that's a first for this show. We haven't written a song in a minor key yet.
Oh, well. Cool.
I know. Everything has been kind of melancholy. There's been a lot of melancholy music being written. So, which, nothing wrong with that. It's just going to be fun to write something. So let's write something in a minor key.
I mean, we have a global pandemic and then a crazy political situation. I mean, there's not a whole lot of people probably thinking about happy thoughts right now, so...
Not too many. It's getting harder to stay positive. It's important to stay positive, I think, for sanity's sake. But sometimes it's okay to let that down for a minute. Feel what you need to feel. Yeah,
it's important to be also honest that it's okay to feel anxious.
Yes, it is okay.
And fatigued. And exhausted.
Yes.
I don't know, man. Should I start playing something?
Go ahead, man. Let's hear what you got.
I hear like as I'm thinking of this, I'm hearing like this sort of like... something like that, I guess.
That's a E minor to a C major.
Yeah, E minor to C. That's a good one. And I'm excited.
I like that strum pattern.
Yeah, I don't know about that rhythm is stuck in my head for some reason.
What did you do just there?
I just did a D. Was it like some kind of D? What do you want to call it, like a suspended second kind of thing? I actually don't know what the name of that chord is. It's like taking a C and sliding it up 2 frets, and you get like this D with a G and an E. Kind of jazzy.
Oh, I know that chord. I know it. Oh, hold on a second. That's gonna bug me. I know that chord.
Not knowing, remembering the name.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's something about it that has that perfect sort of sense of longing feel.
Yeah, it brings out beautifully. That's the chord. When you do that from C to go from there to C, that's it's a Decemberist song. Let's see. It's gonna bug me. So we got D.
They do that in a song?
Yeah, the engine driver.
I'm sure they do. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I'm figuring it out.
Too. I mean, if anything, it's like it could be like a G major 7 kind of thing over to... Wait, did I hit an F sharp in there? Yeah, I do. But like a G major 7 over D. But then it has that... If you want...
Well, it only has 4 notes in it.
Ooh.
It's a D, F sharp, G, and an E. I'm pretty sure.
To me, it sounds like wind chimes.
With a little bit of theory in this show.
Always fun, I guess.
D.
For our aspiring songwriters.
D, F sharp. And then that note is B, C, C sharp, D. Also D. And then E. So that's a 1, 3... I I know. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
It's a 13911. That can't be right. Let me see.
It seems to defy theory.
Unless F sharp is in the bass. Let's see how that happens. If that's the root note, which is totally possible. Totally possible.
I mean, I always feel like D is the root note in that.
You know, but it might not be.
But it works so good as like your 5 chord in your progression. Like
it does. You're right. It does.
See, listen. I think we just created a whole other podcast just now.
A music, yeah.
Or it's like Kurt's Theory Hour.
7. That is So what did you like about that chord?
That D-ish chord.
We'll call it the D-ish chord. The dish chord.
D-ish chord. The dish chord. It's full of longing, and there's no resolution. And yeah, that's what I like about it. It seems to embody that several emotions at once that are quite confusing and perplexing.
It's a complex sound.
Because it could have like a very happy kind of peaceful sound into it. Like if it's like kind of a major chord progression.
I think it sounds good with what we were doing earlier, or what you were doing earlier with the that chord progression. So could you play that chord progression, the E to the C again?
Yeah, let's try that. So I had this kind of like. Up to that D.
So you went up to that D-ish chord.
Yeah, to the D-ish chord, back to the C. And then I had sort of like this A minor G thing. That could even be a chorus right there, just the A minor G. Like.
That.
I like just how simple that is.
That is simple?
With the D sort of being like a build-up kind of thing, like a...
That is nice. We have, I mean, not to get too technical, but it sounds like we just wrote a verse and a chorus for the chord progressions.
I think we do.
That was fast. That was really good. That was really good. So where do we go from here?
Well, I was trying to think of those emotions, and while you were trying to figure out the theory behind our D-ish chord, I kind of cheated. I don't know if this is allowed on the podcast, but I kind of opened up like a journal entry I made a couple weeks ago that I called it Election Day.
Did you write